We recently joined Island Roads at their Stag Lane depot to learn more about the winter maintenance programme and how they grit the island's roads.
We like to stock around 1,600 tonnes of salt a year. To put that in perspective, the Beast from the East year, we used about 1,400 tonnes. We collect that from a mine in Winsford, Cheshire. That's collected by a local haulier from the Isle of Wight who brings that back when he's back hauling. We usually start that at the end of the summer in preparation for our winter season, 1st of November. The winter service we provide between November and March across the strategic route of the island, which is about 43% of the island's roads. We take a specific weather forecast that determines what treatment we need to take, and then we communicate that on a daily basis around about lunchtime to various stakeholders, including yourself, so you're aware of what treatment we're going to undertake that evening or usually the following morning. In terms of the roads that we treat, that was determined back before the PFI contract. And the way they, it's not practical to treat every road on the island. I don't think any county would have the resource for that. To give you a rough example, the national average is around about 35% of your network. We do 43, so we're slightly above the national average. We look at things like where schools are, emergency service such as fire stations, where's the police station, bus routes, contributory factors like that, and that determines where our routes are. The routes haven't changed since 2013. They're exactly the same as they have been since the start of the PFI contract, and I believe a number of years before that.
We've learnt more about what the brine solution does to help the gritting.
So brine is a solution we mix in our salt saturator here. That's 3 ml white salt that's mixed with water on about 30 to 70 ratio. Once that is mixed, the drivers hook up to this. This is mixed in our brine tanks on the side of our gritter there. The main salt for the vehicle is 6 ml brown rock salt, which we take from the mine at Winsford. That's loaded into the vehicle. Whilst the spreader is undertaking treatment, the 6 ml salt comes down the chute, where at the bottom the brine is ejected onto the 6 ml salt, so that as it's hitting the highway, it's activating already.
So what does it look like inside one of these gritters, and how do they determine how much grit is laid?
So we have 3 dials. One determines your spread rate, which is predetermined before you start your route. Then have 2 other ones which determine your spread pattern and your spread width. The width is dependent on the width of the road, and your pattern is dependent on the type of road you're gritting. If you're on a single track urban road, single track rural road, you'll come out more behind yourself. Whereas on a road like this, you'll offset it more to cover both lanes at the same time.
It seems to be a common misconception that you've got to drive at set miles per hour, say 30 miles an hour, but is that not true?
No, that's not true. So if we grit at 10 grams per square metre, the speed that we're trying to travel at is then related to the belt in the back. If it speeds up or slows down the belt to continuously spread at 10 grams per square metre.
And it's not just anyone who can drive these gritters across the island's roads.
All of our drivers have to hold a HGV licence, which is a professional licence to hold with a national recognised test. Further to that, they have to undertake what's called City and Guilds Winter 6159. This involves a day of in-classroom health, safety and basically vehicle maintenance. Then they undertake a practical test, which is a driven test out on the road, which details the full explanation of vehicle and loading, unloading, washing and future maintenance. And that test has to be retaken every 5 years.